Hello, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am, good evening. My voice is audible, ma'am. Hello.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
1 minute.
Now it is audible, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is
Okay.
audible.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
Sharply at 7 o'clock, we'll start the session, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Ma'am, just share my screen. Please kindly check. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I think already one person is sharing the screen.
Ma'am, Sonia, ma'am.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, yes, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Good evening to all present here. Ma'am, welcome you for the 5 days online FDP related on AI integrated teaching and learning pedagogy, ma'am. So today is the fourth day. Now I invite Ms. Sri Sivanandani ma'am to give the chief guest introduction for today's FDP session.
Yeah, ma'am. Is that audible, ma'am?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Yes.
ma'am.
Yes. Good evening to one and all present here. It's my great honor and privilege to introduce our esteemed guest speaker, Dr. N. Priya. She is currently serving as an associate professor in the PG Department of Computer Science at SDNB Vaishnav College for Women, and she brings with her an impressive 22 years of teaching experience in higher education. She earned her PhD in image processing from Bharathiar University and also has qualified the NET. Her areas of research expertise include data mining, image processing, machine learning, and deep learning. Dr. N. Priya has made significant contribution to the academic and research community with more than 50 research publications in reputed national and international journals and conference. She also secured 9 patents in emerging domains of computer science. She is a recognized PhD research supervisor under the University of Madras and also successfully guided 5 doctoral scholars. Throughout her distinguished career, she has held several important administrative positions, including head of the department, research dean, and additional controller of examination. She actively contributes to quality enhancement initiatives through IQAC, academic audits, and various institutional development. In addition, Dr. N. Priya ma'am is the author of book in the field of data science and also served as a resource person for numerous seminars, workshops, and faculty development program. Our mission is to foster a positive and impressive learning environment while equipping students with advanced technical knowledge and research skill. We are truly delighted to have such an accomplished academician and researcher with us today. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. N. Priya ma'am and invite her to share a valuable insight with us. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sivanandani ma'am. Ma'am, kindly you can start the session now, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your introduction. My voice is audible to everyone, and
Yes,
my
ma'am.
screen is visible.
Ma'am.
Okay. So now I'll start my topic. So before that, first of all, I thank your management and organizing team members for giving the great opportunity to present this topic, teaching with depth and practice using Claude. See here, actually, we are in a day-to-day practice, we are using a lot of AI assistant tools. So the main one important AI assistant is ChatGPT. So already we are using a ChatGPT. It is our part of our classrooms. So a lot of assignments we are preparing and teaching plans, notes, and if whatever assistant we are expecting in our classroom. Sorry.
பாரு நீ என்ன பண்றதெல்லாம் பாத்துனுக்குறாங்க அவங்க
யாரு இது
பாரு அவங்க போலீஸ்
Please kindly mute your mic.
போலீஸா அவ எவ்வளவு கிட்ட மேல ஏன் நிஷா நாக்கிங் போற
Yes. So a lot of assistants we are using in our day-to-day practice in our classroom, like ChatGPT, Gemini, and everything. But now the Claude, it is also one of the AI assistant tool. So how we are using Claude in our classroom? So that is the thing we are going to deal with this 1 hour session. So it is a 1 hour session. So due to time constraints, so just I'm elaborating what is the purpose of Claude and so what is the difference between the Claude and other AI assistant tools. and what is a major role of AI in classroom teaching. So that we are going to discuss, and how to design an AI assistant strategies in our classroom. Then, so what are the workflow for faculties? So some sample workflows we are going to use using this Claude, and how to generate quizzes, assignments, conceptual assignments, and Viva questions. So that how we can generate using this Claude. So these are all the things we are going to discuss in this 1 hour session. Okay. So now coming to the Claude. Okay. So already in the previous days, 3-day FTP, I think you have discussed so many tools for effective teaching. So here, the Claude is also one of the AI assistant tool. It is one of the AI assistant tool. It is one of the large language model. So it is mainly used for, we can use Claude for any purpose. But here we are going to discuss the Claude for effective teaching. So that is the thing. Okay. So compared to other AI assistant, ChatGPT already we know that it is created by the OpenAI company, and Gemini, it is created by the Google DeepMind. Here, the Claude, it is created by the company named Anthropic. So Anthropic, it is one of the popular company. So they are mainly focusing on lot of AI assistant tools they are developing. So here it is one of the AI assistant tool. It is Claude here. So it is developed by Anthropic company. And another thing, you can use a Claude as usual for ChatGPT. You can go and put a ChatGPT in a browser. Automatically, you can open with your mail, right? So similar thing, the Claude also you can use it in the same type of uh, technique, or you can install. You can install the Claude app in your desktop, and you can use it for various purpose, or you can install the Claude API. Suppose you want to develop some coding, or you want to install, suppose I'm creating a one LLM. So for such purpose, you want to use a Claude. So that developer side also you can inbuild the Claude in that app. So for various purpose, we can use this Claude mechanism. Okay. Okay. So why AI assistant is needed? So actually the AI assistant, it is not replacing any teachers. So, okay. So here we need some assistance more, because the time for preparing the content, and how effectively we can use in the classroom with some, we need some practical scenarios are needed. Some real-time scenarios are needed here. So how effectively we can use this assistant in our regular classroom. So that is the thing we are going to discuss. So here the AI plays a very important role in our classroom teaching. So then only we can make a student more interactive, and a lot of time is saved, and we can show a lot of examples in a real time. So that is the main thing for you using AI assistant in our regular practicing in our classroom, right? And see, in our classroom, we can have a different kinds of student levels. So one student may be a slow learner, and another student may be an advanced learner. So we can have a different levels of students in our classroom, in our regular classroom, right? So how to manage those students, and how to differentiate the content for different level of students. So that personalized content you are going to create with this AI assistant. So that is very easy to create. That is one of the another important thing for role of AI here. And the next thing, suppose you want to prepare some assignments, quizzes, Viva, how to you can ask questions in Viva. So rubrics. So some of the assessments we can easily create by using this tool. And suppose when you're a research scholar or you're doing some research, so how you can prepare a research literature review, and how you can work with the your methodology, and what are the visualizations are needed here. So that everything, it will be easy by using this AI tool. So everybody, we know that we are regularly practicing that, nothing is different here. But the one thing is how you can differentiate Claude with other tools. So that is the thing you're going to discuss here. Okay. So the one important thing in Claude is, so that we are using a AI tool. The first important thing is, everybody, we know that you have to give the prompts, right? So the prompts, we can have the two different categories we are categorizing here. So one thing is it is low value prompts, and another one is a high value prompts. Okay, so now see that the example is given. Prompt. So suppose I want to know, basically I'm computer science. So here I'm taking one, because all different disciplines are the staff members are available here. So just here don't worry about the content. Just giving a one topic, that is machine learning. I want to know about the machine learning. So here the low value prompt. So what you are giving here, explain machine learning. This is what usually we are giving in a chat GPT. So what chat GPT it will give what is machine learning and what are the different types of machine learnings are available and what are the algorithms are available. So that everything it will be comes in the list. So this is one type of prompt. No, when I want to use this prompt in an effective manner. So that is the thing we are going to use in a plot here. In ChatGPT also, you can give the prompt in effective manner. We can have a specialized prompt engineering. It is also available here. But the difference, what is the difference you're going to see here? So the one thing, see the prompt, the same prompt, you can use it here. Teach machine learning to what students, what type of students. So that is what thing you're going to discuss. And start with intuition. And start with intuition. Second, and use real world examples and explain mathematical concepts gradually. And after each section, ask conceptual questions and include common student mistakes. So here, the same content, same prompts, but we are using in the two different values. One is a low value and another one is a high value. Okay. So now see the difference. What is the output of this prompt here? Okay. So I'll go to Claude. First of all, how you see how the Claude looks. See, just you go to the Google prompt, right? You type Claude AI. See here. So you go to sign in because already I have signed in here. So so it will ask you sign with your login. Okay. So either it's see that it is similar like ChatGPT. It is nothing different. It is similar like a ChatGPT. But here you have some options here. You want to install, it will ask at the time of installation, you want to install the Claude in a desktop, or you have to use a personal view, or you want to use in a group view. So it will ask both questions, right? Suppose I want to use a Claude only in a personal view, means you can select the personal and you can go with the Claude. So that is the thing. Otherwise, suppose you want to use the Claude in desktop, you have to install the Claude. So then you can use it. So both ways you can use a Claude, right? So now see that it is like a chat GPT. Okay, so here you have to give the prompts. So what is the example I have given? So here already I have worked with the example because due to time constraints, already I have worked here. So just you have to see that what is the difference. Okay, so now the prompt is given. See that teach machine learning to second year engineering students. Start with intuition, use real world examples, explain mathematical concepts gradually. After each section, ask conceptual questions and include common student mistakes. So this is what this prompt I have given here. So now see that this is the output of the prompt. This is the response from the prompt. See, there is a difference between the chat GPT and the Claude. That's what you're going to see here. So the one thing is, so how many sections you are here? The first one, you have to start with the intuition, right? So that is the first one. And the model explanation, that is the second section. And example, it is a third section. And conceptual questions, fourth section. And the last one is student, usually what the students mistakes it happens. Okay, so it will be comprised into 5 sections here. See that the what is a machine learning, the section 1. So the section 1 explains about the concept of machine learning, right? And what is in the next section? The model. So one of the machine learning model, it will explain here, and what is the formula they are going to use, right? And what, see here, the some responses, it may be in the visualization. See here, the outputs are represented in the visualization, right? And at the time, what is a common student? The student should make a mistake, right? So that is also it will be highlighted here. Okay. And what is in the next section? So it is also the another, because it's a model, right? How you can minimize the loss. So here one of the function we can use it here, gradient descent function. So what is the formula for this gradient? You don't worry about that, just it will explain the content here. Okay, why I am showing here, see in that visualization, did you feel any difference? Please kindly answer in chat. Suppose the same prompt I have used in a ChatGPT, right? So what is the difference between the Claude and the ChatGPT here? Did you feel any difference here? Anyone please answer? Did you feel any difference between the ChatGPT and the prompt here? Okay, so now I'll explain the difference here. See that this is the output responses from your prompt here. See, from the visualization, see, you can adjust the parameters because this visualization, it is based on some parameters only, right? Learning rate and some start position here. So here you have to adjust the parameter and you can show the different types of visualizations here. So that adjustments you can do with this plot here. So for any visualization or for any parameters, you can adjust at the time or you can vary with the time. You can able to see the different outputs, right? So that is the main thing. So from the plot, you can get a clear explanations. You can get a clear detailed explanations. So that is the main difference. You can get a clear detailed explanations about the topic, as well as you can have a step-by-step procedures. So step-by-step procedures, you can view this Claude responses. So that is a main difference here. See that, and it also looks like a different panels. The output responses, it will be displayed in a different panel. So each section, it is a panel here. So you can have a multi-panel responses, not only in a single panel responses. Here you can have a multi-panel responses. Okay, and detailed explanation, and you can have a different levels of questions you can ask here, and you can adjust the parameters so that it will be the better response from the Claude here. Okay, and finally you can have the last section. See here, so what are the mistakes, usual mistakes it will be happening in the classroom, so that it is also mentioned in this topic here. Okay, so that is a main main concept using Claude here. Okay. So that is if you understand here, that is a difference between the low value prompts and the effective high value prompts, right? Okay. So now there are some principles you are going to use as key principles. So before using the prompt, you have to use some key principles especially for faculty members, right? So what are the key principles? So first of all, you have to know who is the audience. So when you're asking a question, who is your audience? Definitely our student, it is only the audience, right? So for student level, it is you have to mention. So that is a main important, you have to specify in the prompt. Who is the audience, right? And what is the purpose of asking this question? Okay. Then what is the style of prompt you need? You want a detailed explanation, or you want a step-by-step explanation, or you want to apply some Bloom's taxonomy, or you have to start from the initial to then formula stage, some mathematical stage, or you want some real scenarios. So what type of style you want, that you have to mention in the prompt, right? And at finally you want to prepare some contextual, that is contextual questions, or you want to prepare some quizzes, or you want to use some scenarios, case study scenarios, or you want some feedback. Okay, so this is what all the things you have to mention in the prompt. So then only your prompt becomes a high value prompt. So simply you cannot ask any question. Definitely it will, there is no proper response from your prompt. Definitely it will give some answer, but the answer should be a responsible and effective output is needed. So what is the one thing you have to give your prompts in an effective manner? That is, you should give a high value of prompts. So the prompts should contain who is the audience and what is the teaching style it is needed, and what type of learning, active learning is required. So you should concentrate all the different principles in your prompt. Okay, so that is a main important thing. Okay, now see some practical scenarios. So because we are using in a regular classroom, right? So you have to see what are the practical scenarios we are going to apply in a classroom. So that we are going to discuss here. So the one of the another prompt, see here, polynomial regression. See here, the one prompt is given. Teach polynomial regression to BSc Computer Science students. So here the audience is given, right? And next, the level. Start with why linear regression fails. Because you are going to move with another regression, polynomial regression. So our initial regression is linear regression. Why this regression fails, and use some graphs and intuition. Then explain with mathematics and provide one solved numerical example, okay, with the for polynomial regression. And finally, you have to ask 5 conceptual questions. So now see the prompting principle. Now it satisfies the prompting principles, right? Here the audience is given and the style is given and active learning part is given. So all the part is given in this prompt. Okay. So when you are giving this prompt, now we'll see the responses here. So why the linear regression fails? So it shows with a graph, right? Then what is polynomial regression? So the explanation is given, the intuition is given. Then what is the formula for the polynomial regression? And what are the parameters you are going to give with this polynomial regression? Okay. And the numerical example is given also here. And finally, see that you can have the conceptual questions. How many conceptual questions you want to need here? 5 conceptual questions you are going to ask here. So here, see the question is given and some hint for the answer. That is also given here. So that is the difference between the ChatGPT and the Claude here. Well, if you're clear with this. So once in ChatGPT, it will give the explanations and some examples, questions and all it is given, right? But it give us step-by-step explanations. Step-by-step explanations, and it will work in a real-time scenario. So that is the main difference. Okay. See that you have the 5 different types of conceptual questions and the answers. So everything it is given here. So any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And so now another example, see here. Suppose I'm using the Claude for Viva preparation. I'm going to attend a Viva. Okay, I'm examiner for Viva. So now what type of questions I can ask for this Viva preparation, right? So now I'm giving one example here. So for Viva preparation, see that so now see that conducting a Viva. So I'm going to conduct a Viva for a topic, for a course, operating system, right? I'm going to conduct a Viva for operating system. So now see that you can ask one question at a time. Ask one question at a time and increase difficult gradually. Ask follow-up questions based on student responses. Right? So you're going to conduct a Viva examination and you are asking a question one by one. This is what you're doing in a classroom, right? So through this assistant tool, we are asking a questions from a low level to high level. So high level type of questions you can ask and you can increase the difficulty as well as, right? So that is, and ask one question at a time. See that first question it will ask. First question, what is an operating system and what are the two main roles? This is the first question it will ask. Now you have to reply the answer. It will wait for that. So now the answer is given. Operating system, it is a software and user and computer hardware. It manages all hardware software process. And the two roles are here, resource manager and user interface. So that answer is after giving the answer, it will validate the answer, whether the answer is right or not. Your cloud will check the answer. If it is a correct, then automatically excellent, it will respond here. Okay. So because what is our prompt? You have to ask one question at a time only. So it will ask the first question. Now the difficulty level will be increased. So it will ask the second question. So for every time it will ask a question, right? And you have to provide the answer. The cloud will validate the answer, whether it is good or not, right? So this is what we can practice the Viva in our classroom. So this is an important thing you're going to discuss here. Okay. So this is regular practice. We are doing a Viva in our college examinations. And another third scenario. See, the third scenario is given. Okay. So now the third prompt is given. So what is the prompt is here? See that teach cryptanalysis. Teach cryptanalysis with examples for PG students. And you have to create 10 practice questions. Create 10 practice questions with increasing difficulty. And the next, students have to solve the problems, evaluate these answers, and identify misconceptions. So this is a prompt I'm giving here. So here I'm taking one topic and instantly I'm asking 10 practice questions. The student should answer the question, right? And immediately it will evaluate the answer. If there is any mismatches or it will want a hint or any other thing, it will immediately give the feedback. So this is what the prompt is given. So now see that now it is divided into 3 sections, right? So the first section, it shows a concept. So what are all the cryptanalysis techniques are available and it gives with the examples. So that is in the first tab. Okay. And some practical scenarios also given. Some practical examples also given here. It will explain with this topic. So the first part of the concept is explained in here in the first section. And in the second section, practice questions. See here how many questions I have asked here, 10 practice questions. See the 10 practice questions are given here. So what is the answer? So write your full answer and you have to give the show hint and evaluate. Suppose I'm giving an answer, you have to evaluate my answer. So immediately it will respond. So you can evaluate my answer. Otherwise, then you can to move on to the next question, second question, third question, fourth question, and fifth, sixth. So because here it will generate 10 questions and immediately it will respond the question answers with the feedback also given here. So this is another example. Okay. So just I'm giving a small problem to you. So you have to create a machine learning assignment. You start with the OpenAI tool and you provide a prompt here. So now you check what is the output for this prompt, right? So later I will tell you another one thing. Generate a university level assignment on machine learning include. So you have to give the assignment, right? Include conceptual questions, numerical problems, application-based scenarios, coding exercises, and rubrics, right? So it will now you want to generate an assignment. You want to generate an assignment to comprise of all the things right here. So now see the output of this prompt. See, this is the assignment. It is generated by using this Claude. See here, the sample assignment is generated. So it prepared the assignment, student name, roll number, and total marks, right? General instruction is given. And first section, so what are the things you need to comprise here? You want a conceptual questions, rubrics, and everything, right? So the first section A, it will be a conceptual questions, and you have to give the answer here, right? And second section part, see that 5 questions are generated. Section B, it will generate numerical problems. So the problems, it will be generated here. And section C for application-based scenarios. Suppose you want to generate some case study scenarios. So that case study scenarios, it is also given. And coding. Suppose you want to ask them to write a coding. So coding questions also available here. And finally, how to assign marks for each sections. So that rubrics also it is given here. So finally, it will generate a complete assignment. So now you feel the difference here. I think now, because regularly we are practicing in a ChatGPT, but when you are using a cloud, see that you can have a detailed explanation and you can have a good enhanced responses from the prompts. So this is what we can use it from the Cloud AI. So that is the difference here. So you can have a good level of outcomes. Because if suppose I want to prepare the assignment for a slow learners, so you can specifically mention that you need assignment for slow level learners, or you need a assignment for advanced learners. So specific, you can mention that type of learners. That is a personalized tutoring that is also available in the Claude here. So that is you can have a good responses and safer responses also, and you can have a good step-by-step explanation. So that is also we can get from the Claude here. Okay, so now we have seen a lot of workflows here, how to prepare the Viva and how to teach some concept and how to practice and how we can generate the feedback, right? And assignment, we can see the sample assignments and personalized learning. That is, how can we use it for slow learners and how can we use it for advanced learners, that we can have different types of personalized tutoring. It is available here. Now I'm giving an example here. So you prepare a Bloom's taxonomy. Can you able to do this? You have to prepare a Bloom's taxonomy because this is our usual practice, right? We can have a levels of Bloom's, 6 levels of Bloom's, remember, understand, apply. So you can upload your syllabus, or you can upload a syllabus for a particular course, right? And you have to prepare the Bloom's taxonomy questions for each unit. Generally, we can have a 5 units, right? So for each unit, you have to prepare the questions with the different levels of questions. Now it automatically generates with different levels of questions it been generating here. So it will be a major difference. Now you compare with ChatGPT and Claude here, that definitely you can have a difference. Okay. Next, coming to that, see that AI, it is generally AI assistant. It is not only for a computer science stuff. You can anyone we can use this assistance, right? So for electronical people or from science faculty members, physics member for physics or chemistry or plant biology, whatever the disciplines we have, everyone we can use this Claude here because it is purely a mathematical. Lot of mathematical. Symbols are available, mathematical explanations are available here. Then for humanities, see here, suppose you are arts type of staff members are available. So you can prepare English essay writing or debate preparation, or for commerce people, they can prepare a questionnaire. Or suppose if you have a data, because usually the commerce people, what they are doing, they collect the data through the questionnaire, right? So once you upload the data and you can fit for any statistical analysis. So whatever the statistical analysis you need, you can do with that. Okay, so it will perform for all different types of disciplines. We can use this Claude here. So the best important practices. So this is one of the best important practices we need to follow in our classrooms. First of all, you think AI, it is not replacement. It is only for enhancement and for time saving. So suppose you take this presentation, I'm giving the content only, but the presentation, it will be generated within a fraction of seconds. So here, the time is more importantly saved here, and we can have a good level of understanding. So that is the main important. It is only for enhancement, not for replacement. And we can easily identify at the student level point of view what are the mistakes you can student can do in that questions or in that problem, so that you can easily identify it from this tool. So that regular student mistakes you can easily identify it from the tool, and you can have a proper explanations, step by step assumptions. So whatever the thing you can give it in the, you can get it from the cloud. And the one important thing that is we need to teach students the prompt engineering. Prompt engineering, it is not a special thing, but how effectively you have to use the prompts, because we need to follow the principle of the prompts. That is the main important thing, because we need an enhanced output, not an ordinary output. Because ordinary output, it will give everything, but we need an enhanced output. So enhanced output, and we can need a proper explanation. So once you need a proper explanation, you have to give a suitable prompts. That is what the thing you need in your mind. So you have to follow the prompt principles. So who is the audience and what level you want to explain, and what are the different types of learnings are needed, and what are the types of assessments or visualizations. So you have to give the proper prompt through the Claude, then you can get a good response and you can get elaborate answers, right? This is what the thing. And and not only the response, you should verify the response. That is also a very important. This is the main thing. AI, you can use effectively as well as responsibly. So responsible in sense, you have to verify the outcomes. So whatever the output you are getting from the prompts, you have to verify with a numerical, or validating with a numerical, or some references, or whether it is correct or not. So you have to validate everything. Okay. So now this is a sample prompt, standard prompts you have to use in the classroom. See here, I'm giving a sample prompts. Suppose you want to deep teaching. You want to deep teaching means in a particular topic. So what is the prompt you have to give? See that the sample is given. Teach, okay, and topic name. Teach a topic name. So whatever the topic you want, to student level or customer level. So you have to specify the audience here. And the next, already we have seen with the example, right? And you start with the intuition. Start with the intuition. You have to explain with some mathematical scenarios or real-time scenarios. So, and then you ask conceptual questions. So what type of active learning is needed? Suppose you want a quiz, or you want a conceptual questions, or you want a case study questions. So what type of active learning is needed? You have to specify here. So this is suitable prompt you have to give using this Claude, right? So this is a standard template. This is a standard template. You have to use it for here. Once you practice, automatically it will come, right? So this is for one thing. And another thing, for we can have a personalized, because we can have a different categories of students, slow learners and advanced learners, right? So what you have to do here, you have to prepare a questions on a topic, generate questions on a topic, include easy, medium, and difficult questions, and provide answers separately. So this is another prompt for generating questions or generating a quizzes or generating a Viva questions. So whatever the thing, you have to specify at what level you need. So that level also you have to specify here. So, and already you know that the Viva preparation here also given. So conducting a Viva for which subject or which topic, and at that time, how many questions you want, and you want to increase the difficulty level, that also you can specify here. Okay. And slow learner, see that the for slow learner, explain the topic in simple language with real examples. This is for prompt for slow learners, right? Suppose if you are advanced learners, explain the recent research trends in topic and include challenges and future direction. This is a prompt for advanced learners. So you can specify the prompts for different level of students, so that you can mention with the prompt here. And Bloom's taxonomy. Usually we can have a Bloom's taxonomy for generating a question paper or practicing a case studies, whatever you need. So you can have a Bloom's taxonomy that also you can generate. You can upload the syllabus, and you have to prepare the Bloom's taxonomy level of questions with different units. That also you can generate here. Okay. And assignment creation. So as I shown in the example, right? So how you can generate assignment and what type of questions you need. So create a university level assignment, or create a college level, or create a classroom, whatever the audience you have to specify here, and it will prepare with the suitable assignment and include rubric and learning outcomes, right? So this is a standard prompts you can use in the Claude. Now you can get an effective responses from this prompts. So this is the main thing already we have discussed. So you have to define your audience and what type of workflows you are specifying here, whether you are generating a quizzes or a Viva, or what type of workflow you are needing here. So that you have to specify here. And fine, the main important thing is you have to verify and validate. That is, responsibility is very important. So whatever the outcomes, you have to verify and validate, then only you can get a good outcomes from the then only you can get the enhanced outcomes. And teaching prompts. So this is one important thing. You have to how to use the prompts in classroom. So this is one important thing you need here. So any doubt here? So similar thing as usual, you can use a ChatGPT, whatever the thing you can upload a file, you want a PPT or you want a image. So you can ask a question, it will generate. But the main important drawback in Claude is compared to ChatGPT, the tokens, because in ChatGPT we can have a lot of usage. So there is no constraint. Some limited constraints are available, but compared to Cloud, in Claude, you can use only a limited tokens. So not much of tokens you cannot able to use in a free usage. Suppose you want to use in a high level, you want to create a new agent or something what you want to create means, so you have to purchase. So that is a problem. So in effective purpose only, you have to use a Claude, but not for a simple question and answer. It will not be suitable. So I'll tell you that ChatGPT, you can ask n number of questions, it will answer, and after later that you can you can ask any type of question, it will generate. But the problem in Claude, the first thing, you need an enhanced outcome. So enhanced outcome means here you have to use only for suitable purpose. Because when you're asking too much of questions or unwanted questions, automatically you have to go for upgradation. So that limitations in the Claude here. So all of you, please note it. So you have to use a Claude only for suitable purpose. So this is what thing I am explaining. So any other questions here? So any practical scenario, how to use a AI assistant tool in classroom. So you can ask. Whether it can generate a code. Actually, everything it is generated by the code only, but we need not to know about the code because it is automatically generated. So you need not worry about the code here. Everyone we can use it. So just you have to specify the prompts. That only you have to learn how to use the prompts effectively. So that is the first important thing. Before you start with the Claude, you have to know how to use the prompts in effective manner. So that is what the thing you have to know in the Claude. In ChatGPT, it is not needed, but in Claude, you have to use how to use the prompts effectively. So any other question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your management as well as organizing team members. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, shall we wind up the session, ma'am?
Yes.
Participants, if you want to ask any queries, you can go on.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, whether it is useful to create a videos for that topics, ma'am, prompt.
Definitely you can create a videos. Whatever the thing you can do, analysis or a video generation or PPT generation or a lesson plan, notes. So step by step explanation. So whatever you need, you can create. But the problem is with the limitations. Limitation in sense, you cannot use more number of prompts. That is a one major drawback here. So when you want more effective or more elaboration, you want means you have to upgrade. Upgrade in sense, they have a lot of plans are available in Claude. See that. Uh, see, use Claude for free. Generally, we have to practice Claude with this free version. But when you want a Claude for higher usage limits, so see that for deep research analysis, or you can have a lot of complex task. When you have a complex task, better you go with this plan, $17. So that is a limitation. So once you want to, Claude gives effective output. We never imagine it will give a effective output, but the problem is the limitations. See, so that you have to practice the prompt. That is the reason I'm explaining again and again. You have to give a suitable prompts, then only you can give a effective outcomes. When your prompt is not clear or when your prompt is incomplete, when you are not following any key principle in your prompt, definitely you are automatically your token is wasted here. So anything you can generate, but before that you have to practice. Then only you can start.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Any other question?
Yes, ma'am. We can download the files and
Yeah.
sheets like that in cloud.
See that assignment, the assignment is a downloaded one thing. So it will generate the assignment and you can download the assignment. Suppose if you have that, see, you can have a different sections of topics, right? That topics also you can generate into a PDF. That is also available.
The
Either you want
generatable
in a PDF.
files we can download.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is possible.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Now I invite Miss Divya ma'am to conclude today's session by giving thanks note to ma'am. Divya ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to all. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to our resource person for the insightful session on Claude AI tools. Your teaching with depth and practical examples made the session highly useful and engaging. Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge with us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session, ma'am. Participants, your feedback link is on chat box. Kindly fill the feedback before leaving the session. Thank you all. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, I'll wind up the session.
Okay, ma'am.